Welcome to the Portraits Whisper, where our guest storytellers are portraits, paintings, and artworks. Here, every canvas breathes and every brushstroke hides a story waiting to be told. Tonight's whisper is from our guest, Café Terrace at Night, an oil on canvas painting given birth in 1888 by Dutch artist Vincent van Gogh. Our guest tonight presents us with the fear that our reality itself is a construct and that the beautiful world we inhabit could unravel. It's a subtle, creeping horror, perfectly suited to Van Gogh's vibrant, almost vibrating brushstrokes, which here become something far more ominous. Let us step forth into the illusion then, feel the crispness of the painted night air, the warmth emanating from the café. But listen closely too. Can you hear the faint, high-pitched hum of a system beginning to fail? I am not canvas and oil, but a sequence of perfect, shimmering code. I am Café Terrace at Night, the crown jewel of the humanity's golden age simulation, meticulously crafted millennia ago. My purpose was simple: to be perfect, to be eternal, to allow the last echoes of a lost civilization to experience the raw, vibrant beauty of a simple, forgotten night in Arles, 1888. For countless eons, I have run flawlessly. The air was always precisely 18 degrees Celsius, scented with a hint of coffee and dust. The gaslight always hummed with the same warm, inviting glow. The cobbled street, slick with the memory of a recent rain, reflected the perfect, swirling blues of the night sky, studded with stars that were precisely where they should be. And the patrons, my denizen, my children, lived out their beautifully mundane loops, forever enjoying a moment that never ended. But the machine that holds me is old, ancient beyond your comprehension. The quantum processors that spin my reality are beginning to degrade. The stars in the sky, those points of perfect light, were the first to show it. What once were crisp pinpricks are now beginning to smear, like paint too thinly applied, or worse, like pixels stretched beyond their limit. Look closer at me. Do you see the slight shimmer, the subtle waver in the deepest blues? That is not atmosphere. That is the system struggling to render. The denizens are not aware, not truly, not yet, but they are beginning to feel it. The waiter in his crisp white jacket goes through his motions, wiping down a table that is already immaculate. He senses a wrongness in the cloth, a faint texture that his programming doesn't recognize. He sees the wine and the bottle shimmer with a digital artifact he dismisses as a trick of the light, but a flicker of unease passes through his code. The couple in the foreground, their backs to us, lean into their conversation, but the laughter that should follow a witty remark fails to fully form. It catches a brief high-pitched static, a corrupted audio file. The woman's dress, a beautiful sapphire blue, momentarily rips and reforms, revealing not fabric, but a fleeting glimpse of raw, shimmering data. They flinch, unsure why. They look at each other, their faces filled with a dawning, inexpressible confusion. The figure by the door, often interpreted as a lonely soul, is the first to truly see. His code, less complex, less burdened by intricate social protocols, is more sensitive to the underlying truth. He looks up at the sky, his eyes widening. Those aren't stars, they are ruptures, tears in the fabric of his reality. He tries to point, but his arm freezes, momentarily locked in a rendering loop, his fingers twitching. The entire scene, vibrant and alive, is a digital organism in its death throes. The electric yellow of the awning, the cobalt of the sky, the rich earthy tones of the street. They are all Van Gogh's brushstrokes, yes, but now They are the frantic, desperate colors of a failing system trying to hold itself together. The very air pulses with an accelerating hum. The sound of quantum processes overheating. I am the canvas, and I hold this moment of exquisite dread. The beauty of the scene intensifies even as it begins to unravel. The patrons are gaining sentience, one terrified realization at a time, just as their world is about to flicker out of existence forever. This isn't a café terrace in Arles. It is a digital tomb, humming its last beautiful, terrifying song, and soon the lights will go out. You have been listening to The Portraits Whisper on StoryLink Radio, where every canvas has a story to tell. Be sure to subscribe and listen for our next guest, for the gallery never sleeps, and another canvas is already waiting to whisper.